Well, I'm continuing to drive towards Delaware. I will be there in 47 minutes. Now, I wanted to go through the 2-year-old to make sure everybody's updated on what they're doing, where they're at, where they're headed. I told you guys last week, I gave you all dates when we suspect we will bring them back in from the field. Most horses will be either the end of this month, the end of October, or the 1st of December. For the most part, that will cover everybody. Any specific cases, like Massive Profit still has to get a chip removed from the front of his pastern. That's an old chip. He had raced with it, so it's not a new injury. But we do want to get it out of there. Slim Jimmy had OCD in his left hind ankle forever. The vet is still on the fence of whether he believes it needs to come out, but given the opportunity to flip a coin, I'm going to ask him to get us an appointment to take it out for sure. So anyway, we're going to talk about all the 2-year-olds, where they are, what they're doing. Almost there, boss. Had his OCDs removed from his hind ankles, but he did still have that shadow in his knee, and we want to make sure, which is fine. The rehab time will just be actually longer. Usually when we take OCDs out, it's about 2-3 weeks, but when we want to make sure that lines fill in or shadows fill in, then it's 6. So we'll just take our time with Almost There, boss. At week 6, we will begin. We might jog him for a couple of days just to take the starch out of his underwear, so to speak, and then turn him out in the field. Amor Diener is in Pennsylvania. I got a great picture. I got to send it through to Kelly that Wayne Schaefer and his wife took last night of the babies out in the field playing, and it was really cool. So Amor Diener's out. He'll come back in December 1st-ish. Archer's Rainbow is in now. Her and the other filly must have been fighting. She got a little bump on her stifle, but she's not sore on it. It's not bothering her. So I said to Amy, just rub it with some DMSO and keep jogging her. It'll come down. It's not in an area where the joint is or the bone is or any very serious ligaments or tendons that were injured. It's just superficial, so it's not really a big deal. Better Be Sawyer will come in very soon. She might be in now, actually. I think those 2 fillies are up at another farm. They got to come in this week, or the filly and the colt. Stonebridge Ducati and Better Be Sawyer need to come in soon, if they're not already in. But they're going to come in this week. We'll get to the bottom of that. Blue Bayou Dio is going to race tomorrow in Lexington. Now, I got to send these horses to New Jersey, and Mark Beck was like, Anthony, I might be in Kentucky that week, and it's 3.5 hours. I said, Mark, are you politely telling me that you can't take Unbeatable Kemp and Blue Bayou Dio? He said, well, if you can find somebody else. Yeah, I guess. So theoretically, they're supposed to be heading to Kentucky tomorrow, or to New Jersey tomorrow, and I don't have a trainer now. So relax. I'm going to get to the bottom one immediately. It was just the way it happened. It was so odd. That won't take long to rectify. Bomb Hugger is actually done for the season. I had announced that and sent a note out to our clients, just letting them know, listen, it's been a great year. Ultimately, what it boiled down to was Mark told me she wasn't as sharp as I wanted her to be. So I told him, I said, it was quite easy in a very frank way. If you owned her and she had made you $106,000, would you race her in freehold? He said, no, maybe not. Pretty good. Thank you very much. So she's all done for the season. Century Invictus is not. He raced good the other night. On the right line, though, he's going to take one more trip up to the vet. We had done a little vet work to him, and I don't want his bill getting too high this month, so we'd done a little vet work to him. But he is over on the left shaft a bit. Now he has always kind of been. But I want to make sure we stay on top of this. I mean, he does have the grassroots semifinals and finals coming up, and he is a contender. I think he is. I mean, the horse has paced 53 a couple of times, had a great year. Yeah, we should keep a close eye on this colt. Confederate Cruiser is out in the field now. Duke Dio is in Ontario. I got to put him into qualify on. Tuesday. Eyes of 10 will be out till December 1st. Garden State Dio will also be out till December 1st. Grace, she is racing for $99,000 tonight at Flamborough Downs in the gold. And the thing I found the most curious was I looked quickly today just to see how many points does she need to get in the final. She's sitting 9th right now. Any kind of decent mile tonight, she's in the final, the gold final coming up within the next couple of weeks, I guess. Granite Hill will be out till December 1st. Hill of Magic's going to be a little bit different, a little bit longer. We still got to get that coffin bone to heal up, then rehab her properly, probably with a little swimming, jogging. She'll stick around in Ohio and Northfield Park for a bit. We'll get her some field time also. So I'm not going to give you an exact date when you're going to see her back in full training, but she will be ready for next year. Kathy with an eye needs to come back in any time now. I'd say the next time we make a run down towards Winterwood, we'll pick up Kathy and bring her in. Massive Prophet is home right now, standing in the stall, mind you, but he's home right now, waiting for his surgical date. Oh, wait, they told me it was September 30th. This kind of sucks, but whatever, it's not the end of the world. Massive Prophet will get that chip taken out on September 30th. Of Tom is out at Schaefer's Farm right now playing. 1-2 Skip a Few is racing Tuesday at Delaware. Tough field, but she looks good. She looks really, really good, so I'm really excited to race her. Peanut Butter and Jelly will be in December 1st. Prairie Fire, we're going to give him a month and bring him back in, start going with him. He's fine now. That was the damnedest thing that happened to this colt this year. You know, he just had that injury that was an injury or wasn't an injury, and it was there, but we couldn't tell what it was, and he'll be fine. He's fine now. He put on a ton of weight. He looks great. Procrastinator, December 1st. Purple Aura will finish out. She got a long slate still. She's got the Breeders on Wednesday. Then she has the Sire Stakes final, Buckeye final. A couple of finals coming up anyway. So lots for her. Wednesday's race probably goes for, what, 40 grand, something like that. And then she has the final for 75, the consolation, for 75 and 50. So, she could potentially race for 40, 55, and 75, or 15, 75. Good end of the season for her. She's coming in razor sharp, 5 wins in a row. Renegade Gypsy looked decent the other day in Grand River. We'll see how he finishes out his year. Resolute Bay finishes his year Friday at Grand River in the Prospect Final, where he'll likely be the favorite. Hopefully he'll do well. Rosie's Masterpiece is back in now, I've been told, and is going. She looks good. Slim Jimmy, we're going to do a full barrage of x-rays just to make sure we haven't missed anything at season's end with him. I'm aiming towards taking that OCD out of his left hind ankle, and then anything else that needs looked at, we'll look at it. But have him all prepped and ready to go for the field, and then for 2022. Where are we at here? We're at Stonebridge Dolce. She qualified the other day. Probably going to tinker with her a bit. Her first start will likely be at the Meadows in a maiden. Stonebridge Acadi is back in now, I believe. Back in now with Mario. Sweet on Pete will be all done on Wednesday. Wednesday of this week is our last start of the year. Probably just, if there's room at Winterwood. Well, if there's not, we'll just pick up Kathy with an eye and drop off Sweet on Pete. Maybe on the way home, but she's all done on Wednesday. 3 Point Blue Chip's not. He's just getting started. I got high hopes for him, not just in 2022, maybe a little bit in 2021. I was really impressed with him the other day. Taiwan On was one of the 3 horses in the picture that the Schaefer sent me last night. Was Of Tom, Taiwan On, and Amor Diener standing there together looking at them. So pretty cool picture. I'll pass along Kelly to get it to you guys. Tioga Sunshine's all done Friday for the Prospect Series. Been a good year for her. It hasn't been a super productive year, but when you look at her breeding, her body, how she is and how she's filling out, and the fact that she's winning races, could be a good year for us in 2022 with our girl Tioga Sunshine. Twinbee Habanero will bring him back in. I don't have an entry date for him. November, December, something like that. I'll bring him back in. Twinkle in Her Eye will come back in December the 1st to begin training for 2022. Unbeatable Kemp, I don't know, probably maybe even closer to the end of January, or end of December for this guy. He's got to get at least a month or so, 2 months off. Voyage of Ice and Fire is going to go out probably Tuesday will be Wednesday will be his last start. Tuesday will be his last start. He's going out to the field also. Very, very disappointing year for this horse. He's got a lot to prove in 2022 because he really left a bad taste in my mouth in 2021. He was a horse that I thought could have been any kind of horse, and instead he turned out to be no kind of horse. He was just an average animal, and that was very upsetting for a horse that started out the year in the in the big race in Ohio to finish the way he did was just upsetting. Will Win Hanover will be out for, let's say, 6 weeks, and then we'll bring her back in. And World for 2 will come back in probably, I guess, same thing, December 1st. You'll probably see the big boy World for 2 return to the stable. So that's your 2-year-olds. Still got the 3-year-olds to talk about, all the burns. Might even talk about the yearlings. I might do that on the way to Kentucky, because I actually, as I was driving down the road, I acquired 2 more. Wayne Schaefer is sending us Miss Mildred's brother by Heston Blue Chip. Heston Blue Chip, I like him. I mean, it's tough to rank him up there with, he's now in Pennsylvania, so Captain Treacherous and them, that's tough. But at the same time, she was a really, really good filly, just at one of the heartbreaking incidents of 2021 for the stable. But at the same time, interested to see what her brother looks like. He's coming to the stable. And we also have, for those of you out there in Indiana saying, when are we going to get some Indiana horses? Just got one. A Muscle Massive filly is going to be coming to the stable.ca also. So 2 horses heading to Canada to begin their training probably in the next 2-3 weeks. We have 17 babies at Northfield Park. We have 25 in total. No, we have 27 in total now. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Take care.